It's a Sunday, and tomorrow's supposed to be a legal holiday, but it's going to be a very busy, very long 36 hours here in Springfield, Illinois, and we've got just a lot going on. It's quiet and peaceful outside, but I can tell you right now, it's not quiet, and it's probably not too peaceful in this majestic building behind me. We've got House Bill 2789 that we think may be called in the Senate today. We're working that to make sure that our schools have our independence and the autonomy to operate in a safe manner and not be governed by another level of bureaucracy with no expertise in public health. But also, this is the final days, I should say almost hours, it may be less than a day, of budget negotiations, which hopefully will include some enhancements to the tax credit program. So we shall see. So a lot of the visible action has kind of died down a bit as we close out the day. The building behind me contains the House of Representatives and the Illinois Senate. The House has adjourned for the day, which means they are, I guess, off for the evening, and they will not be calling any more bills. They have no more committees. That does not mean that there's no more action. There's still more conversations, negotiations, and a little more to be done. And the Senate is still in session, calling some bills. But in terms of the action that you could actually you can visualize and participate in, it seems to be winding down. Tonight we expect the budget implementation bill to be posted. That will give us some insight into where things are holding and how much of our input was incorporated into that language. So we hope to have some more information for you, and tomorrow's the last day. So stay tuned, we will keep you posted. So there was a budget working group meeting late last night, and we did get some information that indicates there was positive progress. The budget dropped, not the BIMP, not the budget implementation bill, but the budget itself, the spending and revenue, and that has some line items that we have great interest in, and it is really good news. Right now, busing is in there, and you can look up the figure, but it's good news, really good news. It's a very, very positive development that I'll share with you soon. Now, the spending plan, part of the budget, does not have any information on the tax credit. There was a meeting of legislators that's part of the budget working group. I know that our issues were discussed, hotly debated. Gotta get to a place where the walls don't have ears, which these walls probably do. Listen, hope you can hear me. I found a little quiet corner, I think. So House Democrats are caucusing right now, and I know that they're discussing our issue as we speak, communicating with some people in the room, and nobody knows how it's going to actually turn out, except for him. So, Davin, I'm going to shoot off some more text messages, but the main thing you could do is pray. So the BIMP was just released, and there's good news and bad news. The good news is that the credit for contributions is remaining at 75%, and the governor's cuts are not happening. However, the bad news is the enhancements we were seeking, like a federal deduction or an extension to the program, that is not in the BIMP right now. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be a very heavy lift to change that, but we aren't giving up. We're going to try. So, the session's going to be wrapping up soon, and I have to say, it was, thankfully, Baruch Hashem, it was a pretty good session. We got our maps adjusted, we got our tax credit, we got our bus increase, we got capital projects reappropriated, millions of dollars for Meisters and organizations in our community, and protected and did good defense on some other dangerous bills. Good stuff. There were also a couple of bills that would have been a real problem for us as a community and for our schools. And we either were able to amend them so they don't apply to our schools, or we managed to hold them off and until they just died or never called to the floor. So if you take it all in, it wasn't just a pretty good session. It was a great session. Tremendous siyata d'shmaya. We're really, really, really fortunate. Finally, back on my way to Chicago, about halfway there, and feeling really good about where things are. In terms of that hold that is on the budget implementation bill, I don't think that it's going to affect us. I think ultimately, whatever happens, it's not going to change the pieces that are important to us. But again, it's not official until the governor signs it. So we're still keeping an eye, and we're still davening, of course, and hope to see you guys soon.